Unbreakable shield, infinite burst, or just a true DPS, well, you name it, and that Zhongli will provide that. In this video we will cover all builds that you can have on him, so join me after the intro. Welcome back everybody to another guide video. After a long time, I'm making another one, and because we have Zhongli and Tartaglia's banners, we will cover both of them, but in separate videos. And when it comes to Zhongli, well, you have few builds, and I will leave the time lapses for each build on the screen now, so you can watch which build you prefer. But we will start with the one that I do think many people are switching now to, because I guess everyone else sees Zhongli only as a shielder. So the shield build will be the first one. The skill is the one that is providing you shield. So the shield might be the only thing you will upgrade, and I will come to that shortly. First of all, I do have triple crowned Zhongli, and he's all around build for me. And when it comes to shield, well, you will only need to get his HP as high as you can, nothing else actually. And you do not need to worry about his burst, because his burst damage only comes from the attack, so all this 900% is actually from the attack, not from HP. You can kind of still get some damage from burst, but not really that much. It's up to you if you will go and upgrade his burst, but the main thing is his skill for his shield. Of course, you do not need to worry about his normal attack, because you will not use him as a DPS. So when it comes to weapons, yes, I do use his signature one, but his signature weapon is not actually something that anyone will suggest. He gets 25% shield strength, but when you take a look at the black tassel that I currently do not have here, black tassel will provide you with much more boosts, because he will get your HP up. And shield is actually scaling with HP. We touched on that a minute ago. You actually do not need his signature weapon, although it does look the best on him, but as I said, really you do not need it. I'm using it because Zhongli is my favorite character and I want to use him this way. But as it goes for the shield, everyone is using black tassel because it does provide you the most for the shield. Next, the artifacts. So this is not the build you will use on your Zhongli if you are using him as a shield support. Rather than using what I have on him, I will show you the build you should use. And I have on my cookie. You will use tenacity because you will get HP, and you will get even more shield strength, and that is tenacity. Well, because you get HP and you get even more shield strength than his signature weapon provides. Well, if we are looking at R1, not anything higher than that. But yes, you will use your tenacity, and on flower and feather you will try to get HP as high as you can. It might take you some time to get those pieces, but only HP on those two. Then of course you're going for HP sand, HP goblet and HP circlet, which I do not have. I have only the attack one, not any else. So that would be the build for the shield Zhongli. Everything HP, nothing else is important, and your shield will be unbreakable. The next build we are going to talk about will be the burst spam, because we all love that comet when it hits down and everyone just disappears. Everyone just vanish. They turn into the dust. So for the burst spam build, you will only go for the attack, because as I said a few minutes ago, his burst only scales with the attack. And yes, I do know that we have 33% of max HP switched into the damage for the burst, but honestly, if you build your Zhongli only as a shielder with 51k HP, it will be only 17k damage transferred into the burst. So it's absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. You will go only for the attack on this build. Nothing else. Nothing else. So for that build, well, you will go for the Staff of Homa. Yes, you will get some HP boost, yeah, I know, but you will get also the attack bonus for your max HP, which will boost a little bit more, yes, although I guess you will not get this other boost, but never mind, it's not that important. Although, if you want to spam your burst and still have significant damage, you can also go for Skyward Spine. It's not that bad and you get energy recharge, which will help you a lot. So choose wisely between these two. I mean, it depends which characters you are using and what will work with your Zhongli. That's the most important thing after all. To try out both of those and see if you have enough energy. If you don't, well, you can always switch to this one. I mean, you're getting free crit rate after all, so do not worry about all of this, because yeah, although you get crit damage here, you can also get crit damage from your artifacts, so it's a close trade actually. And when it comes to artifacts for the spam burst build, well, when we talk about this build, you can choose between many sets and many combinations. You can go for this combination that I have at the moment, double attack percent, because after all, yeah, Comet is scaling from your attack. And if you do not want that, well, there are a few other options, definitely. You can go for 2 Petra, which I don't have at the moment. It is 15% for geo damage bonus. And you can go for 2 attack. That would be a great option, because Zhongli has a high geo damage bonus, so it will provide a little bit more. Other than that, you can go 2 Noblesse and 2 Petra, which will mean 20% for the elemental burst and 15% for geo damage bonus, and that's a good trade, you know. There's few other options. The one should be Emblem, and that one is really interesting. You can put a little bit more energy recharge on your Zhongli, so he can get the boost from that too. You can try that. There are people who built him this way and they have incredible damage too. Although yeah, 2 Petra, 2 Noblesse is working the best, so if you were farming for your Raiden quite a bit, as I was, but I didn't have any luck, well, if you have few artifacts to spare and to try this build, well, you can go and try it. I mean, it might work even better than anything else, although you are getting even more energy recharge, so to have even more burst, there is potential to keep your burst active all the time if you cannot get it with other builds, of course. And now for the last build that I will cover in this video will be a DPS one. Well, for the DPS, I will say upgrade your normal attack, and then these two as you wish, but all three should be upgraded as high as you want, although normal attack preferably at least level 9. Now the weapon, well, I think you all know which one I will say is the best one. Yes, Crescent Pike. Well, just read the substat on the weapon. I mean, really, dude, this is so broken. This is so broken. You activate shield, you get the orb, and you are just getting that 40% of attack every time you hit. You just get 40% more every single time, and you still have physical damage bonus on this. So yeah, nothing will compare with this weapon. I mean, I'm sure there are people who made Zhongli with other weapons that are possibly stronger than with this one, but you know, if you're going for easy build and quick build, well, you can get so much damage with this weapon and you won't struggle building him this way. Now when it comes to artifacts for this build, well, you can go crazy with the Pale Flame and the Bloodstained. So you will get even more physical damage bonus, I mean 50% more, that's incredible. And yes, I can show you on other character that build. I have it on Fischl, because I want to have some fun with her. But never mind, we are talking about Zhongli. So double boost for the physical damage bonus, I mean 50% more, that's just incredible. And yes, you would go for the attack, although HP is not bad because you have the boost from the passive for the Zhongli, but you would preferably go for the attack, physical damage bonus, and on Circlet of course you're going for the crit. The thing that I said from the passive, he's getting 1.39% of max HP turned back into attack for his normal charge and plunge attack damage. So it's not bad. If you get HP, you know, you can keep it, but definitely go for crit rate, crit damage and attack. Then you can go for HP. That should be the fourth substat, not the second one or third one. It's not priority for this build. And the last thing that we will talk about, that will cover all builds that I just talked. If you are going for a DPS build, you do not need his Constellations. If you are going for a shield build, you do not need his Constellations. And if you are going for the burst spam build, you still do not need his Constellations. So do not worry about it. You do not need any of them. Do not think that he will get that much better. He is a little bit stronger with Constellations like every other character, but 2 pillars is just damage. He is not getting energy from 2 pillars. He is not going to get more energy. He is not going to have his burst more frequently. No, he is just getting more damage. I'm not sure what your build is, but it can be a little bit higher than from someone else. I'm getting 4,500 from every tick from his pillars. When it comes to C2, I mean, it's good to have his shield after you drop the burst, and that will mean that every time you are bursting, you will get his boost that he has on his passive for decreasing others' defense. Now C3 is okay for the shield build, but C3 is too far away, you know. Until you get these 2 copies, the third one is just painfully far away. C4 is interesting because you're getting more coverage on his burst, and petrification is increased as well for 2 seconds. I mean, that's quite a good constellation, but again, C4, it's a little bit too far, you know. And when it comes to C5, again, it's too far, but for the spam burst, if you want some more damage and if you can get C4 and C5, it is really good. His C6 is for the healing. I mean, it's only for the character that is currently active, because enemy needs to hit the shield, which means only the one that you are using will get that healing, and it's not that good actually, although yes, you're getting healing while not taking damage, and yes, that is incredible. I mean, it is broken. If you're going solo Zhongli everything, it is definitely broken, and if you can, if you want, go for it. I said I want C6 Zhongli because he's favorite character for me, and it will stay that way, definitely. I'm waiting for his skin to come out, I want it, and yeah, I think we covered everything. Now, when you look at my build, I mean, it is all around. I have 81% crit rate and 129 crit damage. I do not have that much energy recharge because I'm using him in Monogeo and I do not really need it. Yes, shield strength is at 40% because of his weapon and something else. Yeah, the Geo Resonance. Geo Resonance gives 15%. And when it comes to geo damage bonus, yes, it's at 75%, but when you are in battle, it comes to 90%. I'm not sure at which point, I forgot, but yes, it comes to 90%. So that's about it. I mean, 2k attack, it's okay on your Zhongli. You do not need Elemental Mastery, of course. Although if you are going for crystallized shields, well, you can boost your Elemental Mastery, if that's something that you will do. But I guess you will not, because you will have your shield, which is Unbreakable, even if you are not building him as a shielder. In my opinion, for Zhongli, build him however you want, because the most important thing is to have fun, and do not worry if he's not making that much damage. I mean, you will have all different benefits from Zhongli. I do not have even 100k from his burst, and I do not complain that much. I just love his playstyle and his looks. His voice, I mean everything, his lore, definitely, that's the best part about him. And yeah, I think it's time to end this video. So I'll see you in the next guide. We're going to talk about Tartaglia. So see you soon.